Alexa, stop. Well, hello, everybody. This is Gia, and this is Ripley, and we also have Buddy. You could see how excited Ripley is to go for her walk. My leashes are right here. Let's go ahead and get the... Ah. Come on. Come here, baby girl. See, sometimes she's a little bit difficult to get going for a walk, but she wants to go. You can see the tail wagging, and the other one's kissing my face. Can't wait to go. And what we're using right now is a Star Mark training collar. They're not a sponsor, and I get no money for promoting their product, but I absolutely love it. We have three dogs. Two are somewhat reactive, and these things save our armpits. You want to grab the camera?
Get a coat.
I don't really need one.
Have you been outside?
Yeah, I've been outside, but I'm also kind of... What's the temperature?
It's too cold for me to be out here.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna need a sweatshirt too. Do we have the treats ready? I don't even know where the treats are right now. Okay, so one of the main things that we do use to keep our dogs trained is we'd have treats. And of course we need these bags. We have other ones too that are actually better. But we will be walking shortly. I just felt like we could introduce you to the dogs while we're getting ready. And we will be back shortly.
everybody.
Usually where he's at. You got the treat bag? And what about the good doggy bags? Alrighty, I'm sorry I'm maneuvering this camera a little crazy. This is Gia. She's sitting here looking out the window, and I want to say hi to everybody. Well, thank you, B. Leslie, hello, doggies. The doggies say hello back to y'all. And this is my crazy dog. She's had a surgery for her knee, which is like her CCL got torn up because somebody loves chasing things. And I think she found a place to tear it up. And this here is Buddy. He's my little old man, terrier of some sort, I think, according. And Ripley's the rude one who just walks right in front of a camera. Hey, baby, how you doing? You want to say hi to everybody? Hello, White Trash Crafts. Hello, and I can't wait to hear about your crazy dogs. Antics. Oh, well, we're going to have some fun. And thank you for liking, everybody, and thank you for joining us. This here toy is something that frustrates them. It's a science beaker project. They have to try to get dog food out of it. Something that frustrates them. It's a science beaker project. Oh, I've got fans right near me. You getting Buddy, or you want me to grab Buddy? You have Buddy. I got Gia. So Ripley, Gia, Buddy, Todd. Where do we have people listening to us from? It's I don't know how cold it is today. The weather goes crazy here in Louisiana. One day it's 80, the next day it's 20. Well, sometimes it's 20. Usually it's a little bit warmer than that. Oh, my neighbor's dog is out. A dog parade in the French Quarter, and I kind of forgot the name of it. Barkus. And then there's one on North Shore, Mardi Gras, at least it was last year, that we took Gia to. Now you see this? Ripley pulls a little bit on the leash. And that's the reason we're using the same collar for both Gia and Ripley, because this really helps with training. And both of them are reactive to different things. Gia reacts very strongly to people on bicycles for some reason. And Ripley right here, she reacts to cars, especially if they're going fast. Yeah. And sometimes just because. Then she does this little tricks us into giving her treats in Duolingo, unless you're the you stay on it, I guess. Hey, did you want to look at that? I can't remember what else to talk about, so I'm hoping.
I left my phone back there.
Okay. Well, nobody's watching anyway, so. So here we have all three dogs sniffing at something.
Network hub.
Yeah.
Female.
There we go. Ripley's leaving her female, Buddy's leaving his female, and Gia has done. But it's all in good fun. So we're kind of going to go ahead and just talk about some of the behaviors that we've had trouble with and how we've dealt with them for our dogs.
And continue to.
Yeah, and look, I don't know, every time I watch these channels, I hear people, them saying, oh, you'll get your dog trained in 5 minutes. And yeah, you could get them somewhat trained in 5 minutes, but they're just like us. We know how to do things. Like, we know how to keep our credit score high, and we know how to keep our bank account with more cash and less debt. But do we do it? No. Why? Because interesting, fun things distract us. Like, we need to have this new iPhone because, and we come up with good reasons, or we need to have a better car. And dogs, they don't get to obviously shop online, or maybe some do, but they react just like we do. And training the behaviors is a lifetime. It's not like you train them once and then boom, they got it. They'll always do it. Ours are way better than they used to be at pulling on a leash. At one point, I could not control Gia at all. And look at this. We have a loose leash, and she's pretty good. Now, if a cat comes by, a person on a bicycle comes by, we might have a different situation. And Ripley, Todd, you want to tell them about how Ripley was when you first got her?
It's impossible. She's so strong and weighs about 70 pounds, and it's just muscle all over. She's a fit mix. And she's a real friendly dog, but she's real reactive to other dogs. And I think she just wants to play, but you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, she's nearly dislocated my shoulder. It's the biggest thing with her is that I can't let her by with anything ever. Every time I have to correct, and it's still like that right there. She shouldn't walk past the leash, but she still does, and I have to give a sharp correction. And it seems mean in a way, but
No.
it's, you know, it's what we do because it's safety. You know, if she reacted to a big truck and jerked really hard out into the street, she could get hit
And drag us with you.
before I could react. And so, if I teach her to react, you know, to obey on little things, then she will hopefully obey on the big things.
And part of the good thing with the walk is we're desensitizing her. Like the first time she went for a walk and she found all these new things and she's excited, and well, especially loud noises, big trucks, things like that, other dogs, she wants to react to them. When she knows that it's safe, oh goody, I'll get to pick up Gia's mess in a minute. But once she knows that it's safe, she's not going to react as much.
And you know, when it's a little dog like Buddy, you know, Buddy can pull as hard as he wants. He's not going to jerk me over or hurt me.
This is Buddy.
Yeah.
And if you'll notice, we don't even have Buddy on a training collar. He's on the harness, and that's because he drags more than he pulls.
Yeah. When it's a big, strong dog like this, you can't let him by with anything.
And even look, if you get most of the times I get my dogs not as puppies. I got Gia as a puppy, but and I got Buddy. He was fully trained. I mean, he used to do this little dance. He's a little old now, and I don't think his legs are strong enough to hold him up. But he used to do this little dance where he'd get on his hind legs and turn around 3 times, and it was just adorable. I got him at the St. John the Baptist Animal Shelter. But if you're lucky enough to get a dog as a puppy, it's a little bit easier to train them because they're smaller and lighter weight, and they haven't developed bad habits yet. So if you get them as a puppy, it's best to train them as soon as they can start being trained, and leash training can happen almost immediately.
And repetition is the thing. It's like we walk every day, a couple times most days, and if we go for a few days without walking, it's much harder. It takes a while to get her back into the groove to remember that she's supposed to listen to her.
Is that true, Ripley? Is that true? Nope, not true at all. I always listen. I'm a good girl. Are you a good girl? And Gia, same thing, but she had a recent injury and surgery. And if y'all want to hear about the CCL surgery, I could tell you some of our issues with it. At one point, she was doing great, and then she had somewhat of a relapse because she tore her patella. It was somewhat of a nightmare. I hated her going through it. You have to keep them in a kennel, and you know, dogs don't really, they like to go in a kennel when they want to, but having to keep them there 24/7, I felt like it was a jail for her, and I hated doing that. But letting her just do whatever she wanted, and now I think she's doing pretty well, according to my vet. She's the patella's growing back together, and we're still working on recovery. You can see she has a slight limp in that rear leg. The right rear leg is where we had the surgery at. So obviously potty training is also a major issue if you have a puppy. And if you have a puppy, pretty much what you're going to want to do is keep them in a kennel until they have to go out, and then bring them and praise them for going out. But the size of the kennel is important, and I've made mistakes, especially with Gia, because I didn't want her to be in a small kennel. So I bought her a larger kennel, and she just peed in the kennel, and she was able to avoid it. You want the kennel to be big enough that they could turn around, but not big enough that...
No, you don't get a treat. You just pull the leash.
Wait, what? What happened? She's not getting a treat.
No, you just pulled the leash.
Aw.
Looked at me like she should get a treat for that.
Well, she pulled and then she stopped pulling.
Yeah. No, not that.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think Buddy's about to do the do.
No, it's still not first. We need to get him a bath, I think.
We need to give him a bath and a haircut.
Good, please. Stop.
Now, of course, Gia needs to sniff where Buddy was sniffing.
Girl.
Look at that. See, now she's getting a treat because she didn't react. Good girl. Come on, Buddy.
And look, we ain't perfect. We don't always do the right thing at the right time.
No, but you know what we did? We learned the hard way because we did an e-collar at first, and it was impossible. That's not a good tool for dog walking because there's just too many moving parts.
And
You have
to hit it just at the right instant and not miss it, and it's too easy to be inconsistent. But this is real consistent. It's like every time it happens, she gets a correction.
and it's always to her. We had one that you could put you could put one collar on each. Of zapping the wrong dog at the wrong time I found that e-collar was not good for teaching your dog to walk.
For us, somebody with more skill, maybe,
Well,
I'm
I think
sure
that walking, it's just so much easier to have the tool around their
Good girl.
neck that's going to correct them, rather than having to have an electrical device. Now, I'm not going to say e-collars are bad, but they're not good. As for me, for our experience, they were not good at teaching the dog to walk the way we want the dog to walk. But they are really good at, if your dog is barking stupidly, that it's great for that. If you don't want your dog on a specific piece of furniture, it's great for that. So, I mean, every tool is, we have drills and hammers and screwdrivers, and we use different tools for different things. Same thing is true with training a dog. Oh, to get them to come back home? You want to tell about the story about how that worked for you the first time?
Oh, she used to have a behavior where she would run a route in the yard, barking as loud as she could, and she would run it over and over and over. And I would call her, and eventually she'd come in, and I'd reward her for coming in. But I think what happened was, ultimately, I was rewarding her for running the route. So, finally, New Year's Day, 2020, she got up at 6 o'clock after barking all night with the fireworks, and I decided that she starts barking again and running her route and wouldn't listen. And so I had been holding off on using the e-collar. I put it on her, and she ran out, and I said, "Ripley, hush." And I gave her the tone and then the vibration, and she didn't even react. And then I hit the shock part one little time, and she looked at me and then started running again, and I hollered, "Ripley, hush," again, and hit the shock collar. And she looked at me, she came and stood right next to me for the rest of the day. She came straight to me and never moved.
I wonder if she knew you were the one that delivered the shock.
Yeah.
Or did she think that you were going to protect her from the shock? You want me to hold her?
So now I don't even have to use the collar. I'll bring it out and show it to her, and she'll stop whatever she's doing.
Yeah, that's like a
Back in the ring, she's barking fireworks and stuff. It helps her stop.
When I was in law enforcement, I'm retired, but I took the training for the taser training, and I could tell you, I don't care what someone tells me to do. You pull out a taser. Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Ripley. The big one's Ripley.
We're on YouTube Live.
I'd let her close, but she'll scratch up your car. She'll want to crawl in there with you.
Yeah, you're her new best friend.
Have a good day.
Well, so Gia was really tough to potty train, but once she got it, she got it. And I think she was about a year old before we got her to not pee and poo in her kennel. When she was a puppy, it was she picked the worst time to over her kennel. I had been out and I come back and I had one of those side-by-side refrigerators that had the ice maker in it and the water. So this was a couple days earlier. I bought a new filter for it, but I got one of the off-brand ones to save money. Last time I will ever do that, because I come back home and find that my kitchen was all flooded because the water just leaked out. And the filter had cracked. So I had a huge mess, and on top of the huge mess, I was also de-weeding my yard, so there was mud in the yard. I had to let her outside, and it was a hot mess trying to get the house cleaned up from that. Uh-oh, Ripley's doing I think I deserve a treat look. She's walking on a loose leash, Daddy. Look how loose that leash is. And Gia's of the mindset, if Ripley gets a treat, I get a treat, and Buddy's like, I'll take a treat if you make me. But yeah, dog ownership is a lot of fun. It's definitely, I love coming home to these little guys with the wagging tails and the sniffing and the happy to see you. And no matter how bad your day is, they want to make it better. Or how good your day it is, they want to make it better. Hello, and thank you for joining Fur Wheels on our morning walk. We walk daily. I don't go live daily, but maybe I should. Is there anything y'all want to talk about?
Kind of slow this morning.
Is he?
I wonder if the weather changes.
I think he's usually pretty slow. That's kind of the Buddy thing. This guy drags. Yeah, well, I got him in 2017, and they told me he was 3 years old then. So that would have been 2014, and here we are, 2025. Can't believe it's February already. It seems like tax season comes up too quickly. That's one of the things I got to work on.
Stop.
It makes look, you want the dogs to enjoy the walk. And I know a lot of people, they like, I have a yard, why bother walking my dog? Well, it's so much more. I mean, think about it. Would you want to be locked in your house all day, never leave the yard, never leave the property? That's one thing. Also, they're going to eventually, their dogs, they're going to eventually get out, either by accident, well, by our accident, or by their own accident. You know, you get some cat coming across the yard, and your dog's going to want to chase it, and they may dig. You want them to be able to know how to get back home. And one of the things dogs do is they mark stuff, and that's how they figure out where to go and what to do. So that's one aspect. And also, if they walk the neighborhood and your neighbors see you walking them, they know whose dog it is, and they could call and tell you your dog's out. Yeah, there's a lot of really cute dogs in this neighborhood. Me too. That husky, we walk past a husky when we take this route. Get away from that poop. That's not your poop, and I'm not cleaning someone else's poop. I've got enough of my own poop to clean up between these all goofy little fur balls who I love. We maybe should get Buddy a collar too, because he's kind of, he has different leash behaviors than most dogs. He just sort of doesn't want to move, and he puts the brakes on. And yes, we could get him to move. He's not as heavy as the other two, but he's pretty strong-willed himself. What's Ripley doing? These two are playing. All right, Gia, that's enough. We're gonna get tangled, honey. And also, I want Gia not to be too harsh on her leg.
The hard play may be what contributed to her ACL tear. We don't know.
Yeah, I think what happened was, I know I was filming live. This was a few months ago, and I think she had it was starting to hurt her anyway. But somehow a mouse or a rat came through the house, and Gia ran out to catch it. And she teased the dogs with it. She teased Ripley and she teased Buddy, and she refused to drop it, which, you know, I don't know what ended up happening to it.
She wanted to share the new squeaky toy.
Yeah. No, I don't know what happened to that rodent. I really would prefer not to, I think. But I know that shortly after that, she started limping really badly. You want me to hold the dogs while you clean up Buddy's poop? Let me move Gia out the street. Come on, baby, out the street. We don't really have good sidewalks here for walking, but the streets aren't too busy. And that's the shit show we're cleaning up.
Welcome to our shit show.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, I had a little storytelling situation about a time that Gia brought a possum into the house. I'd like to say it was only one time, but one time she brought one up to the front porch, and then another time she brought it inside and took it under the bed with her and played with it under the bed. It took us a little bit of coaxing to get her out. I got to thank my friend Belinda for helping me with that one. Belinda and Cliff, actually. Cliff got the thing out. But dogs are fun. Come on, baby girl. We're not going to go up on that man's property. Well, if y'all just joining us, this is Ripley, that's Buddy, and this here is Gia. Gia, say hey. There you go, that's a Gia face. Now look, this is Ripley reacting to cars, and yeah, I don't know that she understands that the car could kill her. Most dogs, I think, miss that. Come on, baby. These are dogs waiting on treats. Todd giving out treats. Good girl. That was a good sit. He's the most patient one. Gia is smart in certain ways. She's cunning.
She's cunning, yeah. She's sneaky. She's the best hunter. Yeah. Ripley will hunt something down and then lose it, and she won't ever lose it.
Yeah, we got a video of Gia taking on a lizard, taking it home with her. Oh, and there's our huskies. Look at these beautiful guys.
He's happy. It's a little cool, man. He loves it. Hey, husky.
Hey, beautiful boy. That's our neighbor's husky. Arr! Arr! Let's see, we're going to hear him in a few minutes. Usually we're a little further away when he starts the singing. Arr! I don't know if everybody else loves the sound of a husky howl, and I do. I think they're gorgeous animals. Oh, did we hear the other huskies? Look at these guys.
The little one
Is a
sitting
puppy.
down is the son or daughter of the big husky we just saw.
I think it's a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
told.
thought I heard him howl a little bit, did he?
I just heard a howl.
First time, hi.
Yeah. Oh, we had a car passing, so let me get the doggies. See how pretty those little guys are? I'm not. There you go. Oh, hey, pretty puppies. All right, back to our monsters, who are the most adorable monsters in my life.
Oh, you saw somebody get a treat. All right.
Hold up, baby. Let me get the camera right here. I have it a little too zoomed. I zoomed into the other dogs, so it was over zoomed for ours.
This is a cool thing that works sometimes with Ripley. It's like we'll be going along, and I say stop, and she will.
That's a good girl. Uh-oh, Gia
See
just
what
stole the
happened?
treat.
She is much more observant. Like Ripley's still looking for the treat. She has already got it.
Yeah,
But Ripley's better at catching them in the air.
yeah. Well, Buddy used to be really good at it, but he's
Stop.
getting...
Not as good. Stop. There you go. That's what I want. I want her to do it before she hits the end of the leash. You just get one because you're cute. And Buddy because he's old.
And cute.
Thank you.
He's adorable. Nah, we're good. They're not very big. We cut them we cut them small.
These are pepperonis. I break them up just, half-inch, quarter-inch pieces. And we have this little pouch thingy that has a belt loop on it that we use. It's a lot easier than just trying to reach in a baggie or something. Come on, puppers. Let's go.
Come on, Gia. There you go, Buddy. Buddy hasn't gotten a lot of screen time. He definitely needs a haircut and probably some allergy medicine. It looks like there's a couple hot spots on him. What? Yeah. Come on, boo.
Ripley can't not pay attention to another dog that's around. You can't not focus.
Look at that very alert look. The tail out, hair's out.
Very alpha. That's one of her problems. She is clean as castle.
Oh, I thought you were. I mean, I was.
Yeah, you are.
And you're king. Good girl. You're not going after it. She wants to. You can see the hackles a little bit up. There's a little tiny dog. Okay, there's a car coming.
Stop.
There's like a little, I think it's a Chihuahua out in front of somebody's house. I don't know if you can see it.
Mind his own business.
Yep. Come on, baby. And he's just saying, don't come on my porch.
Ripley's saying, don't come off that porch.
Oh, look at Ripley.
She wants to play.
And Gia's just sniffing. Sniffing.
Buddy has his own agenda.
But he's just observing, taking notes, and sending them back to headquarters, telling on us.
Yeah, we consider him the Inspector General. Go that way. Come on, buddy. Let's go back to the house.
Okay. Come on, baby girl. We're going back to the house. You could pee pee or poo poo. There's might be something under this car because they are very focused on it. This selfie stick is losing its strength. Come on, Gia. Everybody's leaving us. Let's go run. Look at that leg.
No. Look at me. Look at hey. No. No. You look at me. That's a good girl. Okay. Sit. Stay. Stay there. You ready? You ready? Get a girl. Okay. Here, G. You want to try? Oh, didn't get it. It's right there. Right. After we're bragging on you. Let's get out of the street.
If it's not wiggling, she has time to grab it.
If it's moving, she'll get it.
Yeah.
Look at this little guy just sitting on the stoop.
Oh, he's a cutie too.
Everybody's got a...
Gia just left her scent. She didn't do a poopy. But I love that little kicky that they do. And everybody has stopped watching. Sorry about that if y'all coming back. Our connectivity issues. Cox Wi-Fi. Cox keeps telling us how awesome they are, but it doesn't seem like it works great because it doesn't keep my phone connected to it. We lose our internet. How often we lose internet, babe? For a while, it was almost every day.
It dropped for a little while. That's really a pain for me when I'm at work. I've lost whole documents because I was working off of the server, the VPN, and it loses connection, and I go to save it, and it can't find the connection to go back. And it won't let me save it. I've lost half a day's work.
I've lost all. Yeah, and honestly, even though Cox annoys me, hold on, the dogs are tangled, babe. Even though Cox annoys me, from what I hear, AT&T no better. Verizon sucks too. I guess, internet is maybe, it's not new. We've had it for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
But it's like electricity. I guess we'll get better at keeping everything working.
It's a huge and complex system, and I guess shit just breaks, It goes down or something. Somebody's playing on their phone when they're supposed to be watching the meter or whatever.
Why would anybody be playing on the phone while they're working?
I don't know. It never happens.
Well, I mean, it's like there's so many distractible things on your phone. Cute doggy videos. Hopefully you keep watching this one, but we're probably going to settle this one out for a little while. And I might be back later on today to work on some arts and crafts projects. We'll see what happens. But we're getting close to the end of this walk. I might take Gia down to the end of the street, if you're cool with that. Take Gia down to the end of the street. I don't know, just because I want to make it. Well, okay, well, we'll go inside. We're good. We're good. She's pulling good. Yeah. We've been on for 44 minutes or something. I was trying to get it to a full hour. How many minutes is it? I don't have my glasses on.
44.
I don't think I'm going to be 15 minutes. I'm going to just go inside. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to be posting more videos. I don't know if they'll all be live, but definitely more videos about more stuff. Thank you and have a great day. Make it an awesome Saturday.